Welcome to Jack. Fix Jack's mic. My mic was muted. You must have muted mine instead of yours.
I ain't mute nothing.
All right. MPM Marketing with Tanya McAllister. Thank Tanya for coming on board with us. Bonner's Brothers Distillery. Slinger Speed Company, your local t-shirt shop. Langley Speedway for allowing us to do the show from here and making this our home. Pepsi and Mountain Dew for providing drink every week. Mosquito Joe. Get 50% off on your first month of service on this side of the water. Old Fast Eddie's Barbecue that's going to provide a dinner for the winner of our contest. Will be announced at the banquet. Let's see. Factory Canopy, which is going to be providing one of these tents for the winner. A full custom tent and some chairs. Miles of Seamless Gutter for putting up the money. Let's see. Frontline Performance Race Fuels and Parts may or may not pass tech. S&Inc Infrastructure. Thank those guys for being with us. Packet Power Solutions. If you want a standalone generator for your house, hit Keith up. He'll take care of you. And that we got.
All right. Well, we'll do the news later on in the show. But we've got Phil Warren with us, and I'll tell you what, this is great to have Phil here because he's one of the true legends of Langley Speedway. We appreciate you making time to come out here and be here. But we got something for you. So we're gonna wait a few minutes and we'll give it to you. we ain't just gonna hand it to you.
Build the suspense, Jack.
Yeah, he can hand it to him. He can say, "I'll go." But tell us how many. Now I'm talking all the way from Bando when Riley was doing Bandos, all the way up. How many championships have you been a part of here?
He's gonna have to get his shoes off.
It's quite a few. I think it was 15 late model championships. Let's see, Riley won 4 or 5 Bando championships, 4, I believe. My son won the truck championship here in Langley. And it was a little part of my brother's. He won the championship here in the trucks.
That's more fingers and toes.
Yeah.
So it's been a few. I think that's all of them. But it's been a privilege to help them all. And
do you still get the excitement of being out here with the racetrack on Saturday nights and being a part of all that?
Yeah, I do. Otherwise, I guess I wouldn't come. So, and I've been fortunate to been able to work with a lot of good people and good drivers, and I was able to work with Spencer this year some and come up a little short of that championship. Could have added that one, but didn't quite work out. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the future.
With all the people that you've been with and everything, you seem to have success no matter who it is. You got success with them. So that's a testament to what you know and how you go about doing things.
I don't know if I do anything special. Sometimes I just probably more help to the driver sometimes than I am to the chassis. But, if you can get the driver to do the right things, then the wins will come.
Clay, turn that thing on. Well, it's cool. It's cool that you've been a part of this for a long, long time, and it's you know, I hear stories back about when you were racing and all the competition you had to race against and everything. That you have to have a lot of memories of a lot of good memories back about racing.
Well, I probably do if I could just remember having. But somebody said one time, well, y'all didn't have much competition back then. I said, I don't know, maybe we didn't, but there were 25 cars here every week.
Yeah.
You know?
And you went other places and did well at other places
Yeah,
too.
I've had some success at other places, especially some of the big shows. So.
I thought what was really cool was down at Florence, I think it was. Dale Jr. was racing down there, and I remember hearing him as I was walking through the pits talking about he had to go see you because you were over there and he wanted to go see you. So that was pretty cool that he wanted to come and see you, and you got that kind of appeal to these guys.
That's funny. Yeah, so we went down there the first time with Riley, and we wrecked in the limited race, and we were going to run the late model race the next day. And he walked up in the trailer and was talking to me. We were really busy fixing the car, so I didn't have time to talk to him. I had to cut him short and send him on his way. It happens that way sometimes.
So that's pretty.
Is being the crew chief as gratifying as driving and winning yourself?
Yeah, I think so. I guess if you're looking at it from getting the credit standpoint, the driver gets most of the credit, always has, but you still get the self benefit or gratitude from it. So I still enjoy it. So working with Riley's a little different because he's my grandson, but we've been fortunate enough to win at least one late model race there. So we'll see what we can do from here.
Did you look at the schedule this year? Everything. I mean, is it good for you guys?
I'm glad that they only have one back-to-back night of late model. There's a week off in between, all but one weekend. So I like that part. If you do something else, you can, whether you're going to race somewhere else or whatever you may want to do,
Take the week off, go on a vacation.
Did you have one weekend off this past year, I think?
Probably only the weekends off, probably only when it was drift show or something here.
Now, is it tougher doing it with your grandson? I mean, it's got to be super gratifying because he's your grandson.
Well, he's probably, Brendan was more of, I'm driving and, most of whatever you think's what we're going to do. Riley's more, he wants to work on the setup and probably sometimes too much, but I let him do a lot of it because at some point it will make him better,
Yeah.
And not that I know necessarily because things are always changing and he's probably trying to keep up with it more than me. So he comes up with a lot of really good ideas just with, just trying to figure out. We've been really good a couple times this year and he want to change it. Change it. And then me and Greg were talking a minute ago, actually, the tires become a problem. You don't know what you're going to have from one week to the next, whether they're going to, you spend $1,000 for junk or not. You know what I mean? And when you have a young driver, it really makes it even worse.
When you had Brendan driving for you, you taught him a lot of stuff about saving equipment. He seems to be very good at saving equipment. Is it harder to teach somebody else? Like Brendan, he did it, but is Riley that type of driver with?
Yeah, Riley has that capability. In fact, I think he likes the long races better because he doesn't have to run flat out the whole time. He can kind of manage he's run some long races here and I feel like he's put them together pretty well. We haven't put the results together at the end, but we've had a couple of decent runs.
He had some decent runs last year.
We had one Hampton Heat run that was good, and we had a flat late.
He was good in the Cars Tour race here this year.
Yeah, we were real good in the Cars Tour race, and felt like we had inside of the 29 and and many, I thought we could probably beat everybody else, but we didn't finish. So if you don't finish, you don't win.
Mason Dunn's got a question here for you. He says, ask Phil about the oil pressure light at Martinsville. He says it's one of your favorite stories, one of his favorite stories you told.
Yeah, I was leading the race with 10 to go, and the caution came out. And Jamie, it was Lamar Robbins' car. Jamie Mosley was crew chief, and I said, "Hey, bud," I said, "the oil light's coming on in the middle of the corner every lap. The oil pressure's going almost to zero." And I rode around for a lap, and nobody said anything. He didn't even come back with a reply. and I said, "You hear me?" And he said, "Yep, I heard you." That's all he said. It was their car and everything. I said, but even at that point, I won't come in the
I was gonna say, I don't even know if I'd have said anything. It would have been hard. Like, I ain't never seen the oil light never come on. I don't know why.
That was along the years that everybody was starting to use, less rings and stuff like that. And they were using oil. Well, we practiced on them. We've never added any.
Wow,
So it was probably a quart or so low at that point, and it didn't blow up. It made it to the end.
Did you win that one?
Yeah, we won that one.
Yeah, that'd be really hard.
Yeah. So I just give them some of the drama for the end there.
Could you imagine your heart dropping?
When I told
Sit
them
up in their chair a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
obviously, they didn't get too concerned because they didn't say nothing.
Well, they probably just wanted to ignore it.
They might have been having a conversation on the pit stand.
Yeah.
Anyway, Phil, we want to give you something special here. Well, I don't know, you might not think it's special. We do.
I'm sure he'll move his championship
Yeah,
stuff out of the way. But
this is almost as good as your championship stuff. This and 2 or 3 year championship things, you'll be just as big as Richard Petty. But anyway, this is a lifetime achievement award for you for all you've done in racing here at Langley Speedway and all you've done for everybody and helped everybody out. We really, really want to honor you as a lifetime achievement for all you've done, because I think it needs to be said.
we need a few more Phil Warrens around.
Yes, we do.
Well, I mean, I really do appreciate it. Hadn't driven cars regular almost 20 years, and to still get recognized for stuff I did.
Oh, you got to know. Everybody knows. I mean, I was listening to Sirius Radio the other night. Well, it's been maybe a couple weeks ago, and your name came up there. Of course, Brendan always brings your name up,
right.
so that was a pretty big deal, and you still get that publicity.
So he's the only one. He's been gracious enough to keep mentioning me. So it's
That's
you don't have to.
That's a
You
good
don't
thing.
have to though.
Do you ever feel like you want to get back in the car? Have you ever had
Nah.
like no?
No, not no more.
That feeling is
Man,
past.
I hit the fence before. It hurts. Yeah.
The older you get, the worse it feels.
Let's get a picture here real quick.
Should we do 7 times?
You can't do 7 times. But,
I got enough fingers. Do you, Jack?
Well, Phil, we really thank you for all you've done here at Langley Speedway.
I appreciate it.
And all the people that you helped and championships you won, and you're a true legend to a lot of people. And I tell you what,
If you
You're
can
one of
just
my
convince
heroes.
Barbara of this, right?
Hmm?
If we can just convince Barbara of this.
Yeah.
she don't think you're a legend yet.
No, she don't care. Just take the trash out.
Well, Phil, we appreciate it. Thank you very much, and
Yeah, I appreciate it too. Thank y'all.
We'll see you again soon when the season starts.
That's right.
Well, I'll get out of the way. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks,
We appreciate it.
Are we gonna do that?
Well,
I'll see you.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Batter on deck. Let me hold this up and people can take a look at it. These are cool.
All right, you don't get this.
Well, because you're tall.
You don't get this until you tell us what you're gonna do this year.
I'm not sure. Well, he quit last year and ended up into a championship. So.
Yeah. So we're going to race. So we're gearing up to race. My plan is probably not planning on running all the races. We're going to come and go. I will definitely going to take our Betts car and run the Hampton Heat with it. So I'm not going to take my backup and do that again.
Mm.
Even though I thought we had a good piece, I don't know how we lost it sometime during practice. But yeah, we're going to try to go after that race. But the rest of the season, we're just going to go have fun.
I mean, and will you be traveling to some other tracks and try to race some? Or you?
We could, but I mean, I got other things I'd like to do. I mean, and like I said, we got a little place down in Mania, North Carolina. We like to go to on the weekends. And Gregory's getting to the age I want to do as much as I can with him before he gets older. And,
Yep.
you know, it'll be no time to be going to college or doing whatever he wants to do. So yeah, I don't know. We're playing it by ear right now. You know?
Was this championship this year? Was it as gratifying to you as all the others? I mean, look at the number you had and everything this year.
Well, yeah, it was. I mean, you know, I never thought I would tie Phil Warren, much less pass him. So that to me, I mean, he's my hero. He's out here, other than my brother, you know, he's like, we've always been good friends. We've always raced together. We were very respectful. So that's kind of how I looked at it. I was like, you know, it's an honor to be able to do that with Phil. So yeah, I was kind of fine with it being tied with him. And this kept coming on. I was like, well, I can't turn it down now. We've got an opportunity to do this.
Right. I mean, it's
You
a
gotta
kind of a
take
once
it.
in a lifetime thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
So, I mean, it's a situation that it might take a while for somebody to do this again. I guess Danny has the shot if he gets on to winning pretty quick. But
Mhm.
other than that, it's going to take somebody a good while to do this again.
for sure.
Yeah.
And look back at the year you had and that weekend. Donovan wins a race, and you get sent into the Hall of Fame or whatever they call it. And that's all. It all happened right around that same weekend.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool
Yeah,
to see the
And we got a 1-2 both races. Oh,
Mhm.
if I remember right. So that was cool. I finished second to Donovan's second race. I think Danny finished second to me
The first race,
So,
yeah.
you know, it was a good night for Edwards Motorsports. It was fun.
Now, how gratifying is it that now you got Donovan coming along and him winning the first race, right? I don't care which way you look at it.
Yeah.
It's you know, you're in the record books and your family has a rich history here. I mean, how cool is that?
It's cool that he's got the interest and he wants to do it, and he does have the interest. He's at the shop every night. You know, he's putting the work in. So he's not just, you know, my brother's not just working on his cars and his crew's not doing that. Donovan is there. And he's working on the cars with the guys, and you know, they got a good group of people over there. So I don't see that stop anytime soon. I could see if my brother's wants to slow down, but I know he's probably going to stay focused on Donovan. We'll see where that goes to. You know, I feel certain of that. And I think, you know, Donovan's not the type of person who's going to jump out and do anything recklessly.
Yeah.
But, you know, now he had that first year. Now I think he's getting where
He's
he
a
needs
very
to be. He's understanding.
Methodical kind
Yeah,
of guy.
that's just how
Well, and
he is.
Danny's kind of that way too, right?
Yep, and I think that's better to be that way. And I think he has respect for his equipment. He has respect for the other
Mhm.
drivers out there. You know, he's doing a great job. I mean, he
Yeah.
gets faster and faster every week. And I think this year you're going to see he's going to be in that top 4 group, you know, a lot more often than he was. But he still ran great. I think it's going to be like somebody you can bet on every week. There's a chance he's got to win.
Yeah, and he's a great kid. I mean, he's not a kid anymore, but he is to us.
He is to
Right?
me.
Yeah,
Sure.
you know, he's a great kid, and I think you're right. I think he does understand and know that there's not an open checkbook to go racing, right? Yeah, that he's got to work in there, he's got to apply himself, and I don't think he minds doing it, right? And I think it's
I think he likes it. He likes it. And my brother's always about the mechanical side and the fabrication. My brother's probably the best fabricators I've ever met, and just all his stuff looks so perfect, and he loves it. I mean, he loves the working side of it more than me. I mean, I almost wish the times I had just a crew to get the car ready, I come in and race. I mean, I don't love the fabrication and the work. I mean, I like it, but it's, you know, and I guess that's part of what makes me not tear so much stuff up, because I hate putting it back together.
Right, yeah.
I don't want to fix a bunch of broken stuff.
Now, do you ever wish your son would race? Or are you glad he's not?
I do. if he ever wanted to, it's open. Even Carter, James Long said anything he wants, but he hasn't shown that much interest in it. My daughter did it one time. I raced some karts out here, but we never got into the big cars. But to be honest with you, it makes me so nervous watching Danny race or Donovan because I have no control. So I know it would drive me crazy watching Gregory. It would be neat if he decided to do it. I mean, if he doesn't, that's cool. We'll do what he likes to do too. So, yeah. However, I'm enjoying it.
Now, what do you think your dad would think if y'all winning all these races, championships now, looking back? I mean, I remember him, and your dad was a great character. I used to love his personality.
Well, I think, there was times me and Danny and my dad was still around. I feel like we were more dominant than we are now. I mean, it was pretty. We've had seasons where I don't think anybody else won a race with the two of us. So he saw that part, but I think he would got a really kick out of Donovan, what's going on and winning that first race, and just how it's going now. I know he'd be
Keeping the tradition
proud of
going.
that. Yeah, I think that would be a big deal for him, and I know it's a big deal for my mom and Kelly, my brother's wife. I know that race running second, we were pretty fast coming through there. I could just see my mom and Kelly. And honestly, people said, did you slow it? No, I did not. That was as fast as I could go. I can promise you all that. Donovan did a good job. He was up front. And
Well, you probably burnt your stuff up trying to get back.
if I could, and I never caught him, but if I could have caught him, then I'd have to really start thinking about it.
What's going to be worse, Mom?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even Donovan's got it.
He honestly didn't let that happen. So I'd heard other people say, well, no, I was as fast as I could go. I couldn't.
Well, I'm
I
glad you
never had to
clarified
make
it.
that
I'm sure
decision.
everybody thought that.
I didn't have to make that decision. But I was
Thank
thinking
God,
about it
right?
the whole time I was catching. I was thinking, what am I going to do when I get
Yeah, it would be hard.
there? I'm glad I didn't have to make the decision.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
But Donovan's got it on both sides because I mean, you got his his mom's side of the family, right?
oh yeah,
That's,
yeah.
it's
They
got
came
some
from a
history
racing
here.
family. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of racing history.
That's cool.
So you're planning on running some races this year, and you're not going to run all of them. You say you're going. As of now.
Yeah, that's my plan. Like I said, I have at least one race that conflicts a little bit. I don't know, man. We haven't really sat down with the crew and had a steady meeting. I mean, I know they would love to do it again, but to me, now that it's 8 and it's kind of on island by ourselves, I still enjoy racing. Just sometimes racing for points can knock the fun out of it a little bit because that's all you're thinking about is points. And I like to come out here and say, look, we're just coming here to win, have a good time, and not have to think about that. To me, it makes it a little more fun because I've done this a long time. And if you look at the points, I don't think we've finished out of second, 10 years or whatever. It's either we've been running for it first or second. So it's like, I never had a year where like I'm so far out, I'm not going to catch it, so I don't care. It's always been right there. Even the years when, well, I guess with Connor wasn't really much catching hound, but we were still second to it. Most years we had a chance or we're right there and we're thinking about it every week.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be fun just to go, just enjoy ourselves. I mean, I still love coming out here. This is like, I
mean, how many years have you guys been coming out here?
I was coming out here when I was 5, just running around the stands with my buddies. My buddy's dad was Gene Wilson. He raced out here some. He was a flagman. He worked NASCAR. He was an official in NASCAR. Then he ran out here quite a bit. And Bubby, my friend, we just run around the back, and then we ended up sponsoring some cars. Ronnie Miano was one of the cars my dad sponsored back in the day, and we'd come watch him. So I mean, I was out here when I was a little kid watching people like Butch Lindley, and those were my heroes. Billy Smith, all those groups, Billy Atkins. So no, this is our house is right down the street in Pocosin, so it's not far. This is what you did on Saturday nights. So, So kind of always been here. My dad always sponsored the racetrack from as long as I can remember. There's been a Danny's Glass banner out here. I mean, we put glass in all these sky boxes. We've always been a part of this racetrack.
Yeah, it's like part of the family, right?
Yep, sure.
Yeah, that was.
It would be hard for Greg to not be out here on a Saturday night.
Well, that can be pretty easy for me.
Like, don't get it twisted.
But if I'm not racing, I'll probably watch them flow. I'll be in the garage having a good time, just chilling out. But especially when it's hot in the summertime. Now, I do like coming out here sometimes and go to the skybox. You know, sometimes that's fun just for, you know, just to see it from a different perspective. But most times I got to be a type person. If I'm not in it, I'm not a very good spectator. I've got to be in the middle of the action. So I have more fun doing that.
I mean, it's hard to think about the Langley Speedway and not having some of the Edwards family or brothers here, right? And then we're talking about Phil being mentioned by Dale Jr. You guys get mentioned by Dale Jr. a lot too, racing with you guys. You know, so I mean that's got to be pretty special too to think about somebody like him that's, you know, randomly says, "Oh, I've seen Danny." You know, when Danny won a race 2 or 3 years ago and mentioned you guys. You know,
That's cool.
and the history that you guys have, right? And I'll go back to your brother being a good fabricator and those things in the work ethic. I think it goes to show that there's a lot of guys that's come out of your shop that went to Charlotte to make a living.
Yeah.
And probably more so than any other shop. And even Langley Speedway as a whole has a lot of people that went to Charlotte to make a living, not as a hobby, as went there and made a living for themselves.
Yep.
That says something for your shop. I mean, we know 3 guys.
Yeah.
There's probably a few more that maybe I don't
Yeah,
know.
there's quite a few more of those even before that even
Probably
have
Big
gone
Dave,
and done
right?
stuff. Yeah, and Big Greg. Those
Or Greg, yeah.
He moved up now. I think he was at Lawford's and he was Ortec and he worked for several teams and he just now I don't know what I think he's living in Bristol, kind of retired. But yeah, a lot of guys are even still up there or gone on and retired from them. So it's funny that the groups of people that have come into like my life and racing, especially like on my team, it's weird. It's almost like when you're doing something so long, it's like a group is a family, like your race team's your group. And that kind of group stays together for a while, and then that one kind of comes up, and then a new one starts. And then nobody in this group was with this group. And that happens. It's happened to like 5 times for me now, where it's like new groups coming and going. And everyone was fun, but everyone was different. It's like the group and the family and just how it was when I first started. I was the youngest of everybody. You know, everybody was way older than me. I'm the kid racing. And now everybody's younger than me, and I'm the oldest guy, and I'm driving. So it's the dynamics have changed.
About that.
You know, friends, and some people have passed away. People like my buddy John McMasters, for years, and just, you know, people have come and gone, but you know, still says on the doors, just the people that come in there, you know, what you see in here, what you stays in here, basically. So it's the doors have been the same every time, but a lot of really cool people have come in and out of our doors.
Yeah, that's
Like when we went to Charlotte, went over to the race shop, and they're sitting like 3 or 4 guys, I think, at that time. All of them came from your shop.
yeah.
Pretty cool.
I mean, that's got to be another gratifying thing. I mean, just think about I mean, that kind of all starts from your dad, right? But how much your family has touched not only Langley Speedway, but in racing in general. It's a lot, you know.
Yeah, and you know, you don't think about it while you're doing it.
No.
It's something to reflect on and say, man, that's cool that we did it. Because, you know, I have generations of people that have come through and watched us race. Brendan's mom sends me a picture of him when he's probably 6 months old, sitting on my Eagle 97 car on the finger.
Oh, really? Wow,
You
that's
know,
hilarious.
we do an autograph section out here. So it's like,
That's funny.
in the Eagle 97 days, that's not even the beginning.
Right.
So it's crazy to watch the kids like, rooting for you when I was a kid, and this guy's got his kids out here now. So, you know.
Yeah, who knows? A few years later, he wrecked you.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a couple of years there. You guys were like magnets. You couldn't get away from each other.
Yeah, maybe not as bad as CE and me, but
But you know,
me and Brendan ended up becoming good
the
friends.
common denominator still. Just thought of that.
But no, like Brendan and me, we've been coming to be really good friends. So, and it was after that night, not only something just happened, and we started joking back and forth on media, and he was joking around something about, you know, eagles are going extinct, and I was like, yeah, we plow beans twice every year.
But I love that. Though, you know?
But after that, because we both laughed it off and got over it, and then we ended up being better friends than ever. And I think we had more respect for each other and put on some great racing, you know, after that, you know, side by side, never touching each other. So,
yeah, I think there was 1 or 2 races y'all run door to door for 20 laps at the end. I don't even remember who won,
yeah.
but yeah, it was Actually, I think you won the one, but because I think you were on the outside and
I
then
think
when you
we've
got
done it
him
both
rooted.
ways. I
Yeah.
think he's won and I won. So yeah, it's been.
I mean, there's
I enjoy racing with him.
What's it like for you to see these guys
the
that
success
came
these
along
guys-
after
yeah.
you, that they're not now, like Brendan, in a truck?
I
Brendan,
think it's
Connor.
cool. I think it's cool that people are finding their way and just how the system's different now. In some ways, it's almost the path is clearer how to do it. When I was coming up, the path wasn't very clear of what you do. And let's just face it, like Xfinity, I mean, you know, Bush or whatever, it was very dangerous then. It was more dangerous, I feel like it is now. It's like, you know, people are dying every year doing this.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to fit your way in there. And before, you didn't just come in and get in a great car. It just didn't
Yeah.
happen. You had to get in kind of junk and show that you can do something and hope.
Yeah.
You just hope somebody would pick you up. And then it just got so expensive. And we were trying to do it on our own. Looking back, the way that like Brenda's doing, and some people, you're probably smarter to try to work on getting the finances and go find somebody, drive for them.
100%.
And it's a big gamble. It's a lot of money. I mean, if you're willing to throw that money out there for that gamble, because when you walk away with nothing. You walk away with your helmet. If you built your own stuff, at least you can sell that stuff or have something. You start leasing cars yourself, but you're basically you're throwing it all out there. And you know, for us, we had some opportunities at one time to do that with Danny early. And I think the money was high enough that I think my dad weighed it out and said, we have to just, you know, this business got us here and we have to do what's right for the business. And it wasn't the time. And so we decided to, you know, do what we could do on our own. And we had some good support through like Linmore Window Film. We got them into racing. They'd never seen racing before, you know, we got them into racing.
And they're still around today. I think I've seen them on a couple cars, right?
Yeah.
Chase Elliott, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we got them in there. We were the first ones to do that. They were on Dale Jr.'s car for a while. Yeah, they're out of Martinsville. They're small. We had a little tent company. I just happened to pull in a phone call.
Oh, really? That's how that happened?
Yeah. That's the car that's up on the wall in the shop, the number yellow 61.
Yeah. I thought maybe y'all did business with them or something, and that's how, because there's
It's just a phone call and then
Dang.
yeah.
It's funny how those small relationships start. You
Yeah.
know, and you know, sometimes it's just a very simple ordeal like
Just gotta ask sometimes. You never know.
Well, Greg, I want to present you with this. This is from us. May not mean a whole lot compared to the main championships you got, but move a couple of them aside and put our thing up there beside it. But this is for Driver of the Year this year for your 8th championship.
That's cool.
And we really appreciate you being, I mean, you make yourself approachable to us and come out here and be a part of what we do. And we want to say thank you very much and congratulations.
8 championships.
I mean, I'm looking at tonight. Tonight we got Phil, you know, with all those championships he's got.
Yeah.
And then you come in with yours. Yeah. Of course, Danny still got a bunch.
Yeah.
So anyway, we can get a quick picture. Let's do it.
To number 8. And we'll just call him 8-time from now on.
There we go. Appreciate it. Man.
And thanks, Derek. Thanks for taking some time out.
Greg, thanks a
Come
lot
see
for
us.
coming out. We really appreciate it. Congratulations.
Right down the street.
All right, we appreciate it.
Thanks. Thank you guys.
We're going to put a mark in here. Yeah. Is
Where'd he go?
Mark's right there.
Mark.
Spencer's already in here.
Spencer's here. Mark's coming.
Come on, man.
Yes. Come on in and have a seat.
Come on in.
Dodson, we'll see you now.
Oh, Anthony said he still needs one of those 8-time shirts.
Oh, me too.
Do we got some t-shirts?
Where you on that?
Right here. Good, man. How are you?
Yeah. Hey man, how you doing? Good to have you. Appreciate you coming out. All right. We got Spencer Conrad here. And I like the hair
Yeah, I got a haircut.
He's like a chia pet. You need to cut him all the time.
So you had a good year this year in the modified. Now, recap a little bit for us.
I mean, started the year off with a pole the very first race, and then went out there and looking at saving your tires. So quite important. And still needed to work on that even throughout the whole season. I mean, it got a little better towards the end, and then still got with like 5 poles, I think, and got 3 wins too. And that one night exceeded my expectations by a lot, and then came second in the championship, only like 3 points behind Brad. He's shown that he's pretty good out here, and I mean, really good rookie.
It's pretty good for your your first time out there and come in second like that and have the year that you had. It's pretty cool. Now you got
Did your rookie year start out that good?
Oh no. Our rookie year was horrible. In fact, I was like, what am I doing? I loved it.
So you got some news. So let's see on some of the news you got here coming up for next year.
So we decided to go with Mark here for run some limited late model next year and have some nice big fields, closed door racing, which is more of what I'm used to, and hopefully we can get one step higher in the championship next year and maybe win that.
So what's it going to be like working with a guy like Mark? Mark,
We don't know yet.
Mark, think about what it's going to be like, because the man's he's won championships. He knows, and obviously he knows a lot about these late models and stuff like that. What do you think? You think he's going to be able to help you out a lot with that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's obviously shown. I mean, he's got like Jacob and Ashley out there, which are young like me, and I know
Tucker.
and Tucker now, and they've definitely, I think, progressed a lot being with him. And I mean, talking with Tucker's dad, he just jumped in the car after being out for 2 years.
Well,
And
he left finished his degree at Hammond Sydney. And put racing on hold and jumped back in and shook the rust off, and off he went.
So you got this thing starting up with you've been doing it, but I'm saying you got these younger guys coming in and working at your shop and working their cars at your shop. How much do you require them to come in and work on their stuff? You know, or you got your guys working on it?
Well, I mean, it's a split bag. Right now, he's in college, so he's got to finish with his baseball and stuff he's got going on. But all the teams are in the shop. I pretty much like to see the drivers around. That way, they can learn the car, see what we're working on. Obviously they're not going to be doing all the stuff, but it doesn't hurt that sometimes they're around just kind of mingling. I mean, it's more to it than just working on the car too. It's team building. It's just getting broke in with all the guys. The biggest thing is I'm not far from being done myself, just because of the years I've done it, and my back and my neck are hurting more, and I feel like it's my turn to get back. So I actually enjoy that towards the end of the year when we're going out of town with Jacob and Tucker and Ashley. They do good. I started getting that feeling back like it was me doing it. But like I was driving the car, I'm like, man, this is cool. So I enjoy seeing somebody's got to replace us. Greg, myself, Phil, we're all kind of moving through. So eventually somebody's got to be the Saturday night mainstay to keep this track, local short track racing going. And I like the fact that I'm not doing it for a living. I have a good job. All my guys on my team have a good job. So we're literally doing it, 1, because we love it, and 2, because we like seeing the young kids progress. So
Well, we need those. We need these young kids coming into the sport, right? I mean, there wasn't 5 years ago. I was worried when you guys are gone, who were we going to have? It wasn't looking very bright.
I will say that the limited late model division is definitely, to your point, Danny, Greg, myself, and Bill, we would have conversations like you used to be able to look out now outside pits and say he's going to move up or he's going to move up. It went through a little phase there where a lot of people appeared comfortable with what they were doing.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a really good bridge to late model. Such a gap.
Yeah.
Well, now with the modifieds and the limited, more so, there's a great bridge, and curious to see what he does when he's got fenders.
Well, so you raced other stuff too. I mean, not just the modifieds and whatever. You raced other forms of racing too, right?
You like some
Yeah,
sports car
dude.
stuff? Something.
Did Corvettes for the first year last year. Did Miatas for about 3 years. Then before that, go karts. But this was our first oval ever. So
Road course racing, I would think, should be a good benefit for him just because of the focus it takes.
Yeah.
It's more just not downplaying oval track racing, but road track racing enhances everything in the car.
So you've got some of the cool new coming people coming up working down there at WERTZ with you. New drivers, the upcoming drivers. That's got to be beneficial to you to say, hey, look what we're doing. You know, we got some of the better drivers coming along, some of the newer drivers, some of the younger ones coming along under your tutelage.
I don't necessarily say one's better than the other against anybody. It's just neat to be able to share some tricks of the trade and some guidance on in-car stuff. And I feel like that it does help being that I am a driver myself. So when you pass the knowledge along, it's street knowledge. You learn in the car yourself. But I mean, Langley is full of talent, and we've been blessed to have good families and good drivers with a background that wanted to be part of our program. So definitely very happy with that. And we just try to make them as ready as we can and teach them what we can and make sure they understand that not every week's going to be great. You got to struggle. You got to learn how to lose before you learn how to win. A lot of people don't understand what that means, but there's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah. Well, it says something about you and your character, and we've talked you up a lot because I think you have the best overall picture of racing. The sponsorship side of it, you have a very good knack for that stuff, and the social media side. And we've talked that it's almost a full-time job, right? And it can be as important as what you do on the racetrack. And I think for an overall picture of a young guy coming along, I think you have the best college class for that. To me, I feel like that.
I just feel like we've been blessed a lot with the people that want to participate with us. Jacob is so ready to be in a late model stock car. They just need some funding. I mean, that kid, everywhere we went this year, South Boston, here,
He's been fat.
Carteret.
Yeah.
I mean, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but had a winning car at Carteret. We finished second, but Florence, that was a big win. Tucker's been everything but a win. Atlee, he 2 wins this year, one at South Boston and Langley, and then he's moving up to late model. And hopefully we can get him going on the right track and just try to keep the momentum going.
I don't think I've seen you as excited. So maybe winning a pole for the Hampton Heat here in the last few years. Yeah. When Jacob won the late model race out here. I mean, when you're talking about that feeling, seeing these guys win, and that kind of rebuilds the driving you.
Yeah.
Seeing you as excited as you were, just as excited as Jacob and everybody there.
Well, it's a team effort out of our shop. I mean, everybody. Ricky helps with some of the cars. Jacob's up. He was at the shop most of the day today, getting his car on a pull down rig, trying to teach him how to, the facets of other stuff than just driving. A lot of my guys are back there working on his car right now. Free ride, Chris Edwards, who is now part of the team. He was getting the front end of the body and the radiator mounted in it today. And Atlee and his crew, they're kind of off in the corner with guidance of, get here, give them a little play sheet. And they've done real well with, figuring out what to get step to step. And then be like, all right, now we got to do this. So it's
Is everybody running the same chassis so that stuff will correlate from one guy to the other?
So right now we got 8 cars in the shop, and all of them are torque connected of some sort.
That's what I'm seeing.
We've tried to make every one of the cars 8A, banana to banana, orange to orange, whatever you want to say, so we can want to interchange parts as needed, or have plenty of spare parts, or just so everybody knows how to work on the car efficiently. We got a couple cars that weren't torqued but have had snouts put on. At the end of the day, we got numbers and dimensions we need to obtain, and the rest is just metal holding. So once we obtain the alignments and the loads that we want, we're here trying to put pressure on him or the rest of them.
So what's Mark WERTZ gonna do this year for us racing himself?
So we're retooling. This will be a very focused, hard, last possibly attempt to do something. Kind of got off track the last 2 years, trying to take care of a lot of things with a good crew, but not enough. We were a little thin, so we got some extra help now, and brought free ride in Chris Edwards, who's got a huge pedigree, to help with some, track testing and data acquisition stuff. And got JB Wells back; he came back. So we're gonna make a full push. I mean, we got new Darrell Poe motors, got fresh cars, got the funding, and then on the weekends I'm out running. We're trying to make sure these guys got their stuff.
Does that mean Shorty's gonna be around here too?
Oh, yeah.
I think him and Chris are like
Joining But coming up here in 2 or 3 weeks, we're taking Jacob to Florence.
Yeah.
So and then
Yeah.
the rest of us are gonna wait till over at Langley probably, maybe hit South Boston on the 21st.
This is a statement I want you to hear on here, okay? Because I don't know if this is actually factual. Because Mark is a great mentor, even to me. He's made me a better person.
Well, he's God then.
He's got to be. That's Brandy Mark.
He's got magic.
So it just comes from learning the hard way over time. There's a couple of things that, in the past, I'll just, every now and again, I'll say, Brandy, private message, I want to change a word on that, or, but and listen, she's a mom.
Yes.
She wants the best for her kid. She's passionate. It's like,
Very
Yeah.
passionate.
he is with his son, and Jacob is with Ricky is with Jacob, and Phil is with Tucker, and Dayton with Adley. It's their automatic built-in self-defense mechanism. Sometimes you just can't stop it. So. But
We love Brandy.
Yeah.
She's a mess.
She's-
We love her.
she's
It's always entertaining with
I
her.
mean, look at Jacob. I mean, they've done a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good kid. So then that brings me to the question. You have all these personalities, and eventually somewhere it's going to clash. How do you handle that? I don't know how to do it.
One, we've been pretty selective who we even wanted to deal with. So you try to kind of purge the mentality, the mindsets, the demeanors, how you see
So in
people
other words, I
acting.
better not need to put an application.
Well, no, I'm just saying, it's not really an application thing, but the one thing I do tell them all is, we got to learn the team concept. He's going to be racing against Tucker and Jacob. Hadley's obviously running late models, but all three can't win, or they all three can't finish second, or whatever. So you work on the team concept, help build each other, share. One may have a weakness, another can help with. And at first, some don't understand that. But what I try to tell them is, if you're ever going to go anywhere beyond here, you're probably going to be part of the team.
Yeah.
So you need to learn now versus, well, look at Brendan.
Right.
4 drivers, 5, but they got a 5th alternative. So down the road, you got to be part of the team. And then, you can only do but so much at the shop. And sometimes, the rest has got to be done with equipment and on-track performance. And racing gods. There's more luck to racing than people believe.
Oh, yeah.
I've
A
seen
lot
the
of
best car with the best driver show up at a racetrack and have a bad night. So I just look forward to keeping it calm. And sometimes the Colonel, I know y'all remember the Colonel,
Yeah.
in Ross Osborne's. He taught me something that I didn't even realize he was teaching me over time until he was gone. And he would sit back and watch me run the wrong way. No matter if it was something I was saying or how I was acting, but he never showed his tail and brought me down in front of other people.
Right.
But he eventually would kind of get me off one-on-one and say, hey, you might want to really think about how you're doing this, because the public image or just how it appears. So I have had a couple situations in the shop where you kind of pull somebody aside and you explain to them, I understand where you're seeing a situation, but it may be
Completely different.
and you got to understand that this person's mindset is a little different than your mindset. So it's almost a little bit of guidance counseling. But I mean, it's like being a supervisor at a job or anything. It comes with the territory. Yeah, look, you just got to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, Spencer, we got something for you. It's not a championship thing or anything like that, but when you do
It's better.
when you win championships, just push that to the side and put these up there. But this is for Langley Speedway's Rookie of the Year for this past year, and we appreciate you being a part of it. Happy. All right. Well, we appreciate you being here, and good luck to you this year. And you got a good man to show you how to get this thing done. So
I know. What are you gonna do when all three of them are fighting for the lead? I mean, that's a good problem to have, but I can't imagine like, oh,
You just pray that
they don't wreck.
try to remind them that we still got to work on it.
Oh, I can see him in the shop Monday. He's working on his car. I gotta work on mine.
Well, I mean, Danny and Greg and myself have said in the past, you race with each other long enough, it's going to happen. It's inevitable.
yeah,
The difference between an accident or a racing incident and, blatant is obviously obvious.
Yeah.
But, when you start getting up to these levels like this and the fields are as big as they are, and you're with close quarters with somebody every weekend, stuff's going to happen.
oh yeah.
I mean, people understand that, and hey, just another thing we have to work through.
Keep back at it, just close your eyes and hope for the best.
People keep the bottle of bullet bourbon in the
He's gonna beat it. But that's a
luck.
good problem to have.
Good luck to you.
Racing together.
And we'll see how things go this year, and we'll get you back every now and then and see how things are going. And we really appreciate you coming out. Thank you. Mark, thank you for being with us.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming and being a part of that.
We got to eventually do a shop tour and do a show from a shop. We'll come by March.
Yeah, we gotta do
We'll
that.
take the camera, go around all the cars, show all the
He
secrets.
ain't gonna want us to get out of cars.
We'll be like friend Phil and Brendan. They covered everything up before we come over.
And I'm fired up about this division next year, man.
It's gonna be
Jim.
Yesco limited late models, man. It's gonna be
Yeah.
something else.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, all this young talent and fast cars, you know.
Fired up.
Take your time. We good, man. We good.
Okay.
All right. We got Ken Wilson in here. One of my favorites out here at this racetrack all the time, man.
Thank you.
So
Unlike Greg, Jack, he knows what he's doing next year.
we're back next year full time.
Yes, sir. We're gonna try to see if we can squeak a championship out. We'll try. Hopefully we don't catch a fire first race.
I was gonna say, as long as the first race goes,
We'll get by that first
finish.
race. Yeah, we gotta
Do
get the
you
first race.
look back and wish you maybe you'd have started and parked that first race, or was that even an option?
I couldn't. It called burn all the wires up in it.
Is there?
Yeah. Well, no, we tried. We were gonna try to start the thing up and just let me make a lap, and
Just to get the,
every time we hit the switch, it just started smoking. Everything burned up. So
if you, well, I guess you can't really say now. If you could have, you probably would have had a shot at the championship or been close.
I believe so.
Yeah.
We have a good car.
Yeah.
My car, when it's right, it's as
Right.
good as you can get out here, I guess, for our class.
Yeah.
Well, this past season, you went up to Dominion and ran up to
Oh, yeah.
Dominion.
Yeah, we got a little humbled up there. We did. I mean, the guys that run up front, second race we done pretty good in because we crammed a bunch of spring rubbers in it. We went with the same setup we run here, and it wouldn't
Yeah, but you had to.
wouldn't for up there. You gotta drive that thing down in there up there.
So will you be going up there some again this year, or are you just saying, well, let's don't do that?
It depends. We look at the schedule because we got tires for up there. It's possible, but
But if you're in the middle of running for a championship,
I don't want to go up there and tear some things up and then
You can destroy a car up there.
yeah, you can destroy one up there and then lose a championship that way.
How much further did you have to drive it in than what you thought up there?
Way lot. Way I had run up there before in a U car, so there you damn near didn't have to let off. But with the Grand Stock, you gotta let off. But the problem was I could drive in, but it would, because we didn't have enough spring in the front, the car would load up on the right front, and then just the ass, I couldn't get it to turn. So we just needed more spring in the car.
I don't know if it was like Bob Jr. He ran Bush Grand National back in the day, and the first time they went to Bristol, he went out there and ran and come back in. And he's like, "Car feels pretty good. How fast?" He says, "You're 2 seconds off." He said, "You mean 2/10?" He said, "No, 2 seconds." He said he just did not know that you could drive it in that deep.
The Dominion, you got to drive it in. Here,
Well, I
you
mean,
gotta
it's kind of
put
similar in
Yeah.
bankage and
Yeah.
speed and stuff.
Well, I learned quick. I mean, I knew what I told Brandon. I said, we ain't got enough right front spring in this rascal. We got to do something. And all we had was some spring rubbers. So we crammed 2 of them in the right front. In the second race, I think I was running 4th. We ended up getting, I think, a 3rd because one guy got disqualified for a big carburetor.
Mhm.
But we know what we'd have to do if we go back.
well, it's pretty cool that you went there and you got to experience that. So what are some of the new things you got going on for this year with your car this year for out here? Or is it just status quo for right now?
No, we're taking it apart, checking suspension parts and making sure we will have something that's going to some of the stuff on the car has gotten old, just needs to be replaced.
Yeah.
So it's that time we're going to do it, and I'm going. Got to put a new nose on it, paint the car, stuff like that. Not major stuff, but stuff to make it consistent.
Maintenance.
Yeah, maintenance, pretty
Maintenance
much.
stuff, yeah.
Take the rear end out, make sure, because you weld the rear ends up in them things, make sure the wheel ain't cracked. And, some of the washers that you use, you manipulate some of your stuff back there. So make sure they ain't wallered out and getting slop. And
Right.
so.
Is game day coming back?
Game day's coming back. My son, they opened their second store up in Hampton, and he's doing really well with that. So got game day and H&H Truck Center. Johnny Holloway, he's been with me for a long time, and Keith Paquette at Paquette Power Solutions is coming back. So my whole crew is back. So I think we'll be good.
Now, your grandson helps you some, right?
My grandson Bryce, he works down my shop with me.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, 3 days a week, and if I can get him off his phone, then he'll be doing that. But yeah, he comes out. He enjoys being out here with us. And my son comes out and helps, and we got Brandon, which Brandon's our guru. And then I got Mike, my spotter, and then Richie does. He's like me, just does everything. So.
Has the grandson ever shown any interest in racing? You think
I had him racing go-karts, and he flipped over out here, and that was the end of his racing career. His mom put the halt to it real quick.
him mamas do that shit?
I know.
Well, Papa don't do that.
Yeah. Well, my little grandson flipped over there too, and his mama let him continue, and then we bought 2 bandoliers, and now she's seen that one that they had to cut the little girl out, and that cut that off.
Stop that.
Yeah.
That was a scary one. I mean,
Yeah,
that was. a
Yeah,
scary
that scared her, my
But
daughter.
But that kid got out, walked out, and
That's what I told her. I said, didn't get hurt.
yeah, I
said,
mean,
you know,
it looks worse than what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
The car disintegrated, but I feel like
well, yeah, but it's fiberglass, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
the body part of it. I mean, I think
the cockpit did its job.
correct, right. I mean, I think from
yeah, them cars are, they ain't a lot to them, but they're pretty stout.
yes,
It's better than a open go kart. It,
100%.
you know, you got a little something around you.
Mm-hmm. But I think from somebody from the outside don't really understand, and maybe have not driven, to understand, really how safe we are in those things
Yeah.
for the most part. I mean,
Yeah.
there's going to be that, exception to the rule, but
True.
it's pretty
I mean,
safe.
it can happen. And most of the people that get in one of the race cars know it could happen, but I've never got in one and never felt that I was
No.
unsafe, you know.
Well, I think as long as you're doing all the right things, you're wearing the right. I mean, I think head neck restraint is pretty
Well,
big today.
True. And that was hard for me to get used to. And I know what he's getting ready to say. I can't wear a full face helmet.
I was just gonna say, I can't believe they let you wear that up till.
Well, it's up to code. It is up to code.
Really?
Yes, mine
Wow, I
is.
would have lost that bet.
Yeah, no, it's.
But they're making you change it next year.
No.
Oh, they're not?
I haven't heard that.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think there's a requirement of full face as long as it's SF5
Oh,
rated.
yeah.
Right?
Well, I thought there was a requirement in some.
I thought it was a NASCAR rule, just across the board.
I'm not sure.
It might
they
be
make
for the-
Maybe not
SF5
for not for the grand stock level, maybe for late model level,
Maybe.
because it's not.
Yeah.
Premier, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a different rule for those guys.
I can
compared to us.
just not get comfortable with it. My glasses fog up. Even if I keep the shield up, I sweat and I just.
Yeah.
But I've always, even when I race dirt, I run a open face helmet. I had either goggles or I had a shield with tear offs.
Yeah.
So I
And
just
what kind of goggles do you use? Do you use goggles or you just wear your
I don't.
sunglasses?
I
You
just
don't?
wear
Okay.
my glasses in the car now
Okay.
because.
That was
And I like it because I can hear. Like if somebody's under you, I'm half deaf anyway. But if somebody's under you, like Paul gets under me, I hear him on that gas, wop wop. You can hear that.
Yeah.
So I know he's there.
That's funny. I think the last time you were on, I went by and seen Paul. Paul's like, "Y'all tried everything in the world to get Tim to talk shit about me." I said, "We were trying."
Yeah, me and Paul get along okay. We're just two old crusty racers, like,
Yeah.
like the crew you had in here just a minute ago. That's,
Oh yeah.
you got to follow her up with some
Right.
good ones there, boy. There's some racers in here.
Yeah, well, we brought it up to Greg. He said, he had a problem with CE. Him and him, they used to wreck each other. And Brendan and him used to wreck each other for a little bit. I said, the common denominator is Phil. He's like, you're right.
Yeah, we had some racers in here.
So what's the class look like this year for the grand stocks?
It's not looking too good.
Is it really?
I think we picked up one. I understood the I don't know the number of the car, but when we were back here one race, Mr. Bars, I think it was Bars Construction, said he was going to sponsor the guy that bought one of Mr. Sample's cars.
Okay.
The Bird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the kid's name, but I hear he's coming back. But we lost Rick Hester's car. Bill's not going to run next year.
Yeah, that's
No,
crazy.
what's Bill going to do?
U-Car, I heard.
Oh, really?
Oh, he's gonna
Yeah,
run you.
and I heard Michael Waters was going to come out and run.
Hester's car?
No, his 2-car,
Oh.
his
Okay.
car. But
But didn't he drive for Hester for a while one time? No? Maybe it was his car. For some reason I'm
yeah,
thinking
he's always had his. They got 2 cars. His
Dude.
dad usually has got one, and he's got one.
Mm.
And so,
It'd be
I mean, if
pretty
they
fast.
come back, I mean, we could possibly have 8, maybe 10.
Well, that would be good.
That would be put on a good show.
Yeah.
I know we're losing the 26, but I heard they were trying to sell that one. I don't know if they have to somebody.
No.
No, they
Not that
haven't.
I'm aware of. No.
Yeah, so I don't know. I know
I
that.
hadn't heard that. He hadn't said that to me, but I'll
Yeah.
ask. 'Cause I'm curious.
I know because he told me he was sell it because of his back.
Yeah, he's got some health issues.
Yeah, so
He says he really needs Tim to buy him a motor.
who is it?
Keith Paquette says he'll drive if you buy him a motor.
Keith, that's what I tried to tell Keith. He could get in, buy a motor and get in Rick's car. I can't talk him into it. He don't want to spend the money.
What about Brandon?
I've heard he's cheap.
Can't get it.
Brandon in the car?
I tried to get Brandon to run our car if I was to retire, and Brandon don't want to do it anymore. He says he likes crew chiefing.
Can't blame him for that.
He tells me he gets more nervous down there watching me than he does when he was in the car, which I can understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
But I'm kind of glad he wants to crew chief because I mean, he's got us turning pretty good.
Look, Keith don't pay. He can't afford a motor. You know, he ain't got that
Don't
much
believe
money.
all that. He's got the first dollar he ever made.
That's why he can't get off it. He's a good salesman. He sponsored us and we gave him money.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
that up.
Right.
I can believe that. I can believe that. And by the way, tell Keith he owes me lunch. He pulled the trick on me the other day. He left his wallet at home.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he got me.
Did he order an expensive lunch too?
We went to Monty's. We had the special. It was Meatloaf Monday. So the special. He got me.
Mm-hmm.
He actually owes
Oh,
me
now
$2.
Eddie's interested.
Oh,
Now Eddie Clark wants to
Now
get
Eddie
in.
Clark wants to get in on it.
Eddie's in for lunch.
y'all split? Who buys lunch every week?
Yeah, we'll
And then Keith just don't show up on his time to
Keith
buy.
left his wallet at home.
Eddie said you owe him.
Oh, him.
That's what
I
Eddie
thought
said.
last time tell Eddie. I got amnesia.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Seems to be a common denominator here with Keith.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, that's you know. But Eddie Clark went to my hometown this past weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they drove their side by sides or whatever
Yeah.
they call it. They went
Yeah.
down, went to my hometown in Welch where I was born,
Mm.
and obviously they did not like where they went to eat.
Oh really?
But I love the place. I don't know what their problem was.
Eddie probably had to buy his own meal.
Yeah, well, probably did.
He didn't bring Tim.
Yeah, he didn't like it. He had to pay for himself.
Where you live, what in their prison now?
Yeah, that's where I was born.
In the prison.
You know, my life is kind of weird. The hospital I was born in West Virginia in Welch went out of business.
Yeah.
So they turned it into a prison. So then I go to Virginia.
Things
and
starting to
then-
make a little
and then-
sense here.
And then I worked in the prison system for 30 years.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
I was going to ask you, how do you like Southampton up there? Are they going to do something with that thing finally?
I think they've got the right situation there now. The group that was there before, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about it, but they won't know much. And they got Chris.
Well, I think they
DeBoer,
got over their head.
and Chris DeBoer is in there, and he's methodical about what he's going to do and how he's going to go about doing it. He's up there now. He's got a drift school going on up there.
Mm-hmm.
He's got all kinds of other stuff, and he's bought a U car.
Uh-huh.
So he wants to come. He's going to come here and run some U car races.
Okay.
But he wants to do U cars in Southampton and eventually get back to the old
Somebody track. That'd be
He's-
nice.
But he's working on it. He's working on it. But he's got to do little bit by little bit.
I can
Where the other people were just blowing money out of everywhere. And they won't get nothing out of it.
He's got it all planned out, like what he wants to do.
Awesome. That's just what it needed. Somebody that
It's got a business mind.
a little business mind, but you're gonna have to have some money.
But he got me in that drift car.
Did he?
Yeah.
Little girl I works at the parts store I buy parts from. She has got a Mazda Miata, and she was telling me about she races up there, and I could never figure out who wins. How do you win?
Judges.
Well, that's what she told me.
Yeah.
I said, well, so it's not who finishes ahead of each other; it's how you.
It's not racing.
Yeah.
There's like a
I was
point
like-
system, I think, as you go.
They
and
draw on the
touch.
pavement, and you got to hit it with one of your tires. If you're turning right, you got to hit it with your right rear.
Yeah, that's what she was telling me, and I was like, I just never could figure out who the hell won.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah.
It's a different world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although those Mazdas, though, from that little girl that we had on a few weeks ago when Jack wasn't here, runs that Mazda
Sally.
MX-5. Yeah.
Sally Mom.
She's
Yeah, they
coming
had-
here next year. Did you
Yeah.
watch the show that
Yeah.
day?
Yeah,
She's coming here.
yeah. She's gonna drive for
Peyton Sellers.
Ooh.
Sellers, and she's got a sponsor that's going
Well, that's a good
sort
ride.
of fund her to. She wants to move up, but that Mazda series that they run, and they run. I think they run 6 races, but they run a Friday or Saturday and a Sunday. I mean, they beat and bang. It's a pretty good little series. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty neat.
Yeah, I tried to watch them out here one time. I was like, well, who wins?
Yeah, I haven't been to one. I mean, besides the stuff they did at Southampton when they opened the first
Yeah.
time, opened back up. But I think what's his name that owns it is trying to push this along too. So I think it's a little different.
Yeah, it's a little different than what it used to be because he was not very involved. Dave Atkinson was not very
Yeah,
involved.
Dave. Yeah.
But now with Chris being there, took it over. Dave is more involved in what's going on and he's pushing stuff.
He's trying to.
And it's,
make it
I
happen.
think it's gonna.
It's his best case scenario.
Just give it time and hopefully it'll all work out for him. But I'll tell you what, I wasn't too big on that drift car. I'll tell you right now.
I bet he screamed like a bitch.
I did not scream.
He couldn't get his scream out.
I'm sure he wanted to
You
scream.
couldn't hear him over the motor.
Probably
Look,
did. Well, he got
I
me.
rode with him before. He was screaming when we went around Charlotte.
They haul the mail, man. They're
Well, he got me in the car and he put the belts on. I had the helmet on and
They fit?
everything. And
He couldn't close the door.
yeah, they had to come and get the door shut on. And anyway, he goes out there and we drop down onto the track. And he said, I got to warm my tires up a little bit. And before I could say, how do you warm your tires up? We were in a dead circle. We were doing donuts out there. And I'm thinking, all right, all right. So then he goes and lines up. And before we get through the first turn, he done spun it all the way around again. But it was an interesting thing.
Yeah.
But I was ready to get out when it was time to get out.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Who was driving the Charlotte? Kel Conley?
Yeah. That's how
you
we're
going at
going.
the same time with him.
Yeah, yeah. It was the
He
three
was
of
in
us.
the back seat. I was in the front.
I was trying to hold my camera up. I think we hit like 135 going into turn one.
Yeah. All the mail.
But he was like,
They flat footed. They don't lift.
Oh yeah,
he was like, that's off the wall.
yeah.
I'm sitting there looking like this. And I'm
You
going,
reach out and touch it.
hell. No.
Keep that foot down and just rip the e-brake.
Like that. That's what they should do here. Get a raffle ticket and somebody get to
And
ride
ride
around
along.
the track with them. I used to do that at Saluda back when I had a dirt car, but I
Oh,
could
yeah.
never do it because the late models you just had a little cockpit you sit in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there wasn't nowhere to put anybody.
Nice and
Oh,
Jack
we
never
used to
wanted
do- I
to march so
remember-
fast.
Back in back in the late model days when I was helping Barry, I forget who was the head official out here. They used to run mini stock way back in the day.
Wayne Hamburg.
Nah, not Lang. But he worked at NASA. One of the guys over, he brought him over here and he's like, "Hey, can you give him a ride?" So he sat over in the over on the flat part on the
Yeah.
on the
Just hold
passenger
up.
side. Yeah. Put a pillow in there and he took him around. He's like, was I kind of running, 18, 19 is kind of slow. And you're like, no, you're running 17.3. That was pretty fast back then. He's like, oh, I didn't need to go that fast.
Yeah. I know when my daughter was little, she would want in Saluda if I'd win. It was very little, so I'd have her sitting here, kind of, and take her around the track. She just thought that was the neatest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had kids night at Southampton a lot.
Where you got laps in terms of
You need to help you get home tonight. But anyway, well, Tim, appreciate you coming out and being with us. Man, we
Thank you for having me.
the Robbie Park?
the Robbie. There ain't no such a thing as the Robbie. So anyway, all right. Well, that's our show for tonight. I don't have anything set right on
Right
in
into the
stone
news.
for next year. Oh, want to do some news? I guess we better do that.
Sure.
The Langley schedule came out today,
Yes, it did.
and
People have been bitching about it.
Yeah.
Vaughn
I
at
ain't
his
looked at it yet.
greatest.
uh,
Vaughn at his greatest yesterday.
Get your tickets out for
the April events are not starting at 5 this year. They're starting at 6 o'clock. now.
6.
Oh, really? Okay.
6 o'clock.
April and October.
May 3rd.
I'm surprised not 5. I thought the 5 was pretty
I
good.
thought it was too.
Yeah, you got out of here pretty good and it wasn't so cold.
Mm-hmm.
May 30th is the Cars Tour will be here at Langley Speedway. June 6th will be the Commander's Cup race. That'll be a big one. July 4th is the Virginia Sprints are going to be here. That's
The 25th.
July 11th, the Ground Pounders. July 25th is the Hampton Heat.
8.
It's always a great event.
Only the U cars this year.
Yeah.
Thought that was interesting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. One race.
And September
That's
12th, the Virginia Sprint will be here. And October 3rd and the 10th are the championship nights. So the season will be over in October.
And then the Halloween Speed Festival.
Some big news out of NASCAR. Steve Phelps resigned today. The fallout has begun. I understand.
I'm not surprised.
I understand. I've heard through the grapevine that that's not going to be the only one. There's going to be a couple more coming with it. So,
I mean, I just think that was going to be, after all that stuff got released, that was going to be hard to overcome.
Absolutely.
and then to call.
I mean, I don't care. Richard Childress, I don't think I would never get over it.
Anyway, they say it's the part of the healing process now that they've got to go through. So
Yeah,
he's
well, I'm
gone.
glad it's over. The thing's over, and I think best scenario is kind of come out of it.
We lost some people while we were on our 2-week break. Greg Biffle and his whole family in a plane crash.
That was sad.
And Denny Hamlin's dad, Dennis,
Yeah,
in the fire.
I mean, both of those things are
That
super
was super sad. Yeah.
And you got to feel for Denny because
And I'm not a Denny Hamlin fan,
My respect
in
is
general.
in this whole year.
but man, I feel so terrible for him. It kind of goes back to the whole championship thing too. He wanted to do it. It would be probably his last time with his dad, and
Yeah.
how fitting would that have been?
Yeah.
He's one caution away from it. I think
Yeah.
he should have won it. I think he's obviously. I think he's deserving of a champion.
Ray Marler passed away this weekend or this past week. Do you know who Ray Marler is?
Mhm.
He's the man.
Was he with Red Farmer? And I just don't remember him.
No. Ray Marler is the man who owned Peevely,
Oh, okay.
and him and Kenny Wallace, Ken
Schrader.
Schrader were all part of that. Kenny Wallace and
But didn't he
Schrader,
spell that?
they're out.
That's what I thought.
They're out. Marler was still involved, but there's now, I think they do have somebody else that's taking it over.
Mm.
But with Ray Marler, when I went to Peevely, I got to sit down and talk with him for a minute. But
Oh wow.
he's got a history. He's got
Oh,
a
I
big
bet.
history.
Peevely is fun.
Minnie Tyrell got a ARCA ride for Daytona. That's going to be a pretty big deal for
I know.
you.
Who was that with?
It's with Cook's Racing Technologies team.
Okay, I don't know that.
17.
How about this IHRA thing? They're buying up racetracks. They're buying up all kinds of stuff.
It'd be very interesting how this.
See
will
this
turn
is
out.
how it's going to work out. I don't know.
I mean, they got some big people kind of coming in that have some deep NASCAR roots. The class is what kind of a late model class, essentially. Cars tourish, let's say, lack of a better term. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm sure, certainly, at least what we've seen with the NASCAR stuff, they'd be very nervous about it, I would imagine. Because they just bought a building. I mean, it don't sound like this is a flying by night
Yeah.
or operation that's starting up there. It doesn't seem that way.
They got some big backing in this.
I mean, they've had some displays at PIR and so it's going to be interesting. I think they're going to try to probably draw some names. I don't know. I haven't seen a schedule for them.
Oh, they're scheduled
Right,
out.
it's kind of southeast, right? It's
Yeah,
their
it's going to be. You got Newport,
Florida.
and one down like New Smyrna or somewhere like that. I wonder
How hard it would hurt the car store.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, I don't think they're running that many.
they're running
races.
seven. They're running 7 races
Right,
this
I
year.
was going to say 6 or 7 races
It's going to pick up if it does well.
Yeah,
Those,
for sure.
those payouts are crazy too.
Yes.
They're spending a lot.
That's where you'll see some of your teams go because money. You got to follow the money.
Right.
and Chris Hettinger is turning his team. I think he did a lot of with the Cars Tour and stuff like that. He's now going to be running a full-time O'Reilly's Auto Parts Racing Series
Xfinity.
a Ford in a number 5 Ford. So,
Mhm.
So, and they have a starting spot in Daytona. because they took like the Cook family.
Yeah, they took Derek Coates for us.
Oh yeah. Well, they bought that team or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't know what Derek's gonna do now.
Scott, I'm over here at 26
Research.
Research Drive trying to diagnose a Nissan Road electrical issue if you're bored.
That sounds like a headache to me. But I'm sure Mason's probably at least a 6-pack in.
Yeah.
Should have said take 2 aspirin.
The headache ain't going
It ain't going nowhere.
It'd be worse. Anyway. All right, that's our show for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and share our show. Haven't got everything firmed up for next week yet. I got some people that I've talked to. We'll see what we're going to do with that for next week. Oh, do have one. I'm sorry, I do have one that didn't confirm. Dr. Patrick Starholy is
Got a full-time ride next year.
Yeah, he's got a full-time ride.
48.
Yep, he's going to be on the show. He said he'd be with us next week. He's flying somewhere today, so he couldn't. But he's moving to Charlotte.
Oh, is he?
He's going to move to Charlotte, and
So is he?
He's
Well, he
gonna-
doesn't
he's gonna
own the
make a
practice down there where he's at, right? I can't remember.
he's in some kind of a practice now, but it's not. I don't think he's involved in it as far as. I think he's just a doctor there, but he's going to come to Charlotte. So
Well, that's cool.
I
What a
mean,
nice kid. He ain't a kid no damn more. I don't think Patrick's got to be 30 now.
yeah,
Maybe.
he's got to be close to 30.
And it just shows you, how 1 or 2 opportunities can change somebody's life, right? I mean, he's the one that won that peak coolant challenge with the Michael Waltrip. He got 1 race and then won that was a K&N race.
Yeah.
Got the opportunity with Michael Waltrip racing to run 1 K&N race, won that race. I think he ended up with 3 races, and did he win 2 out of the 3? Or he won all 3? I don't think he won all 3,
he
but I
didn't
think
win
he
all
won 2 out of the 3, and I think there for a little while, Michael Waltrip, they were trying to do something with him, but then it's kind of when the market itself kind of changed, and the whole
And then
money, there was no money.
And then Walter did what.
Well, that was a few years later, but I mean, it spurred him off into having some opportunities, and he was going to school to be an eye doctor and graduated, and now he's trying to come back.
Well, it's one thing for sure. You can make money as an eye doctor. Not gonna make so much in the racing business.
No.
Turn around and spend.
But he's with big machine racing next year, and they're pretty much.
They have a decent program. I mean, it's not a top tier, but I mean,
They won a race last
well,
year.
that's what I was gonna say. Didn't he win 2? Or
No,
just
they
one?
won.
Then he won 1 the year before too.
They
didn't
had
he?
won the year before that, but only won last year.
Well, they're with the Childress, aren't they?
They're associated. with
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
Which I think it's going to be a strong program. They got quite a few they're going to have next year. Childress is on the Xfinity side.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple of them that move over from Ford to GM and over there at Childress.
All right. Well, we appreciate everybody being here. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again next week.